They say that the history of the Gouffre de Padirac began at the time of the dinosaurs. Is that true?
Precisely, little voice. The formation of the underground cave began 170 million years ago. As you can see, at that time the continents did not occupy the same place as today, and France was largely covered by water. In these waters lived crustaceans, mollusks, and many other marine animals. When these organisms die, their shells and skeletons accumulate and settle down at the bottom of the ocean to form a layer composed of minerals. It's what we call sediment.
Can sediments have another origin?
Certainly. Sediments are also created through chemical reactions in the water. The atmospheric CO2 absorbed by the ocean creates small chemical molecules called the bicarbonate ions. The latter reacts chemically with other molecules named calcium ions, already present in the water. This forms calcium carbonate. Sometimes this calcium carbonate accumulates small grains of sand and end at the bottom of the ocean. Finally, rock fragments from continents are transported by streams to the ocean and also contribute to the formation of this famous sedimentary layer.
Oh yes, and this layer is limestone, isn't it?
Exactly. Sediments will compact through accumulation, and they are mainly composed of calcium carbonate. They will form a hard carpet of limestone, several hundred meters thick. And keep in mind, it's the same limestone that forms the walls inside the chasm.
Okay, but the chasm is no longer under the ocean today. So, where did all this water go?
It simply shifted because of tectonic plate movements. 65 million years ago, the Earth changed its appearance and France took its head out of the water. In the region, the sea is completely receded and the limestone rocks that formed the seabed found themselves in the open air. Then the vegetation gradually colonized the limestone rocks and formed a cover over it.
But when did the caves and the galleries hollow out?
It's still due to the tectonic plate movements. A few million years after the withdrawal of the ocean, the Iberian plate that carries Spain collided with the Eurasian plate. This collision caused the formation and the elevation of the Pyrenees near the future Gouffre de Padirac. Naturally, the uplift in the mountain range is consequences of erosion. As the limestone is brittle, it creases and cracks on all sides. Water can now cross it.
Ah, okay, I get it. The rainwater infiltrates, but that does not explain how the caves are formed.
Well, when the rain passes through the atmosphere and the humus, the layer of matter decomposing on the ground is charged with carbon dioxide, CO2, the rainwater then becomes more acidic. When it comes into contact with the rocks, this acidic water dissolves the calcium carbonate. For 1 to 2 million years, water slowly seeps into the cracks of the rock, it forms subterranean rivers, and digs an immense network of galleries and caves that become bigger and bigger. This is called the karstic network.
Okay, good. And the sinkhole, how did it open?
As the acidic waters gradually dissolve the rock, a large underground chamber was dug into the limestone massif. Meanwhile, on the surface, the limestone layers that constitute the soil are gradually eaten away by the effect of water, ice, or wind. This is called erosion. Over time, those limestone layers thins and joins the roof of the underground chamber. Eventually, the ceiling finally collapses. This would have happened tens of, even hundreds of thousands of years ago, through the eyes of the mammoths that still lived in the region.
What a story!